Hey YouTube, this is Jack here. I also go by Drunken Jack because I do like to have one every now and then. Well, every time I'm messing with toys, like I just knocked one over right now. But every time I'm messing with toys, Transformers to be specific, I like to drink and I like to get fancy sometimes and have a little fancy little drink here. So I'm Drunken Jack, and this is Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. I actually go by Star Wars Adam, and the reason behind that is I have a friend that genuinely dislikes Star Wars, so to make fun at him, I like to reference Star Wars stuff. Yes, I do like Star Wars, very much so it's not hard for me to reference stuff to him. Hey Roger, may the Force be with you. Oh, and in our reviews, we both drink. So
We both do.
remember,
So-
kids, this is for adults only.
That's right.
No children.
I mean, children for the toys, but not for the drinking.
Yeah.
So we don't condone it. I mean, whatever. If you're old enough to drink, drink all you want, but just don't. But drink responsibly. That's one thing I will say. Drink responsibly. Don't be an idiot and get behind the wheel. While you're drunk. Even if you feel like, oh, I can drive. I've only drank a few. You can still go out there and kill somebody. So just think about that. Think about your family or your loved ones dying because some drunk hit them. So anyways, this isn't a damn anti-beer commercial ad or whatever the hell you want to call it. I just
Like
want to
we
look.
said, we drink.
Right, we do. I mean, sometimes we drink them both at the same time. And that's Belinda, but that was good. We kind of just want to introduce ourselves to kind of tell you a little bit about us and what we're planning on doing. So obviously, we collect Transformers. I kind of said in the beginning we mess with Transformers. I've been a fan of Transformers since, well, when it first came out in the 80s. I was born in 79, and so when I was a little kid, started watching the cartoon, I was like, yeah, before I could even talk well, Transformers was cool to me. And so I've been a fan of it since. Growing up, we were dirt poor. I mean, I wish we were dirt poor. The dirt was richer than we were. My mom was a single mother of 10 of us. Did her best to do what she can, but she couldn't provide for us the nice toys we wanted to get. Hell, I wasn't even rich enough to get GoBots, if you will, and GoBots sucked ass. I think this guy cares for them, but I don't give a shit about
Don't
GoBots.
talk about GoBots. They're
Whatever. Hey,
decent.
it's my turn to talk. All right, you'll get your turn, buddy.
This guy.
So, we were poor. Like I'm sure a lot of you watching were growing up. So I didn't get to collect any Transformers as a kid. I would always get a lot of things that my mom would always get me and my brothers, because I had 3 brothers. One of them was real old. I mean, that sounds bad, but he was older than us. And so the other 2, I had one that's like 3 years older than me, one that's 2 years younger than me. So the 3 of us would play together. So we would get mainly like the, what do you call them? The monster trucks, like Bigfoot and the Dually and all those kind of trucks. So it was kind of cool. Where we lived, we had our driveway kind of went down a little bit. Or not a driveway, but our sidewalk. Walking path? What the fuck's it called, the one that comes to the house?
Sidewalk.
No, the sidewalk is on the side of the street.
The path?
The pathway that walks up to your front door. That one. So ours kind of like, it went from the front door and it kind of curved into the driveway here. So we would take them and we would put them down and race each other. And I remember mine, I had Bigfoot. My older brother had the Dually. And he always won, and it pissed me off because I was like, no, Bigfoot's cool because I used to watch monster trucks. But he always won in that little race. Basically, we would just set him up side by side, let him go, and see which one went down faster. So now as an adult, I'm like, well, I can kind of see why his won because his was heavier. And so gravity just pulled his down faster than it would pull mine down. So anyways, like I said, I was a big fan of Transformers since a kid. When I finally got old enough to have my own money, I started collecting. Now, I started collecting my first go-around in late 2004, early 2005. And I collected hardcore. I was collecting the reissue G1s that came out, both Takara and Hasbro. And I had pretty much all the sets of that. I also had a lot of alternators. I collected alternators. I got a really good deal on a set one time. There was a guy up in Austin. We're based out of San Antonio, Texas. There was a guy up in Austin. One night I was looking at Craigslist. And I saw he's selling, it was like 40-something alternators / Binotech. And I just saw that and I was like, oh, this is going to be a lot. I see under it says $100. I'm like, $100? I was like, holy shit, that's cheap. And so I'm like, maybe there's a mistake. So I call him up. I'm like, hey, I was like, I saw your Craigslist ads or your alternator / biotech still available. He's like, yeah, they are. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, how much you asking for him? He's like, $100. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, that's a damn steal. I was like, it's a hell of more than a steal. And he's like, but me and my wife are moving. He's like, and I can't take them with me. He's like, there's just way too many. He had them all boxed up and everything. And I was like, dude. And this was like I think it was about 10 o'clock at night. And he's like, we're going to be leaving here at I think he said they're going to leave that next morning, like early, like at 6 in the morning or something like that. He's like, the first person that comes and gets them, they can have them. And I was like, dude, I live in South San Antonio. I was like, it's probably going to take me like an hour and a half to get up to you. I was like, but don't fucking sell them to nobody. I was like, I'm going to go up there and get them. He's like, all right, man. He's like, make it quick. I said, dude, hour and a half, I promise you I'll be there. And so sure enough, I get in my vehicle, haul ass up to Austin, meet the dude at his apartment, text him. No, didn't text him? 2000? Yeah, I had a cell phone back then.
Was
I can't
texting
remember.
even real then?
It was, but it was like the push the button 4 times to get your letter. Remember those? Yeah, the flip phones.
That's old stuff.
Yeah,
kids.
that's old stuff.
That's
you don't
before
even know what the hell
screens.
that is. Right. It was way before touchscreens. It was a flip phone. And you had to hit, if you wanted to get a letter, you had to go beep, 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 beep to get your letter. So anyways.
Q really sucked.
Yeah. So I get there, text him, hey, I'm here. Comes outside with a big old bag full of all the toys. And I'm like, holy shit. Bag, boxes, all this stuff. And I had my Tahoe. I put everything in the backseat of the Tahoe. And it's starting to thunder outside. Nice. So anyways, get all that, bring it back. $100 for, I'm telling you, I had Binotech, Hasbro, all of them. I had all the hard to find stuff. I had the, what's his name? The Black Optimus. Nemesis Prime. I can't remember. I had a shitload and I was like, holy cow. So I had a pretty good collection. And then one morning I woke up, and this was probably in like 2007. I started collecting in 2005. By 2007, I woke up one morning and I was in my bedroom and I looked at it and I had my shelves out and I just said, you know what, I think I'm done. Like I just lost the interest. So I was like, I'm done. So I didn't sell them right away. I was like, I'm not going to collect anymore. And then I decided, you know what, time to send them off. So I sold all of them. And fast forward a few years, 2013, I'm just looking on eBay and I come across that was his name, Metroplex, the Generation Metroplex. I'm like, who the hell is this son of a bitch? So sure enough, I look at it, big ass 2 foot tall Metroplex. I'm like, I gotta have it. And then in my head, I'm like, well, if you get that, you're gonna start collecting again. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So 2013, I started collecting again, and it leads me to today. So I know I've talked a lot, rambled on, but like I said, been a fan since I was a kid, started collecting. This is my second time go around, and this time I'm not gonna stop collecting. I mean, I've been collecting now again since like I said, 2013, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, unless the lovely lady behind the camera, who's my girl Fiona, tells me to stop. But even then, I probably won't. I'll just hide them somewhere where she can't find them. So, anyways, sorry, Adam, go ahead.
So for me, what I like to collect are little Chewy duck baits. I do not collect Transformers. I just like Chewy ducks. They're no.
Chew on it.
No.
Well, talking shit, chew on it, fucker.
I'm good. You know what? Fuck it.
My dog's ass was on that, right?
Doesn't bother me any. We've all done things.
I mean, I don't know.
We'll just touch base on that. Anyway, so I, like Jack, grew up. I was born in 82. I grew up in the mid to late 80s, 90s. And I remember my first Transformer when I was 5 years old. I got the Devastator gift set. I loved it. I played with it everywhere. Then the next Transformer I remember getting was Power Master Optimus Prime, and then I got Pretender's Landmine. Those were and the Octopus Pretender. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but those are the big ones that I remember.
You were a single kid, weren't you?
Yeah, I sure was.
That's why your son of a bitch ass got to have a lot of toys.
Yeah. I played mom and dad. I'd pick up two. I'd be like, can I have them? And what would happen is you can only have one. Okay, cool. So I played that little game. But I always loved Transformers. I watched all the cartoons. And then once, I started getting older, I didn't pay much attention to it. I skipped the whole G2 thing. Then I want to say maybe 2001, I was like, you know what? I want to start getting Transformers that I had as a kid that I couldn't afford because I started having my own money. So I mostly collected G1, and then I met the woman who became my wife, and me not having much money but still having money, pretty much sold off almost all of my Transformers except for my reissue Hot Rod that I have boxed, and that was pretty much to take her out. So come maybe, I'm trying to think, maybe 2008 I started getting back into it again. I'm like, I stopped my old habit. I used to play a game called Magic the Gathering, and I pretty much sold.
Dork.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Said the Transformer guy.
It's you too, dummy.
Oh, yeah, it is. Anyway, so I played Magic the Gathering for a very long time, and I pretty much sold my collection for a pretty penny. So then I started getting back into collecting G1. And I met this guy, and it all went downhill from there. This guy. I blame him for every penny I've spent because he'll be like, "Oh, look at this figure." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice. I want to have it." So I'll get it. And he introduced me to this again. So pretty much I got back into it heavily. I do not see myself ever stopping again. I may slow down, but I won't stop collecting. And I will never sell my stuff unless I have extras. But currently my focus is I'm trying to put together the Wreckers. If you don't know who they are, read Last Stand of the Wreckers and then Sin of the Wreckers and you'll understand. But that's pretty much how it was. And GoBots are pretty cool. You have to understand them. They're not robots. They're aliens.
Okay, you know what? If you want to see how cool
They're
GoBots
aliens.
are, if you want to see how cool GoBots are, all you gotta do is YouTube this video. It's called Transformers Go Hollywood. All right, it was done by Dr. Smooth, and I forgot who else was in on that. Check that out, and you can see just how cool the damn GoBots are. Just before we close off, we didn't discuss what we collect as far as like what line. I collect. I have some G1 stuff that were given to me by my buddy. I have a lot of hell, just about almost every single piece from the Chug line. I mean, really, if you will, mainly a lot of classics. Some Universe. So a lot of the Chug line I collect.
Oh, and I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't know about this guy. I don't collect Bayformers. I don't mess
No,
with
I don't
those.
either. Okay, all right. Well, I'll get into that. There's two things I don't collect, and we'll get into that. But I collect a lot of the Chug line. I collect Masterpiece. I collect some KOs that are done well. I'll give you a hint. This guy was done really well. This is for those who don't know, this is a KO MP10 version of Ultra Magnus. Just basically Ultra Magnus without his armor. Extremely well done. I mean, hell, just almost as good, if not better, than MP10 himself. So I do collect some KO stuff that is tasteful, not the cheap ass shit that falls apart when you look at it.
Other KOs. Wait,
Exactly like that. Get that shit out of here. That's a bad KO.
This is a third
Oh,
party.
that is a third party. You're right. Holy shit.
I'm going to be reviewing this.
He's gonna be reviewing that. Another thing I collect is MPs. No, I said MPs already.
Yeah, you did.
Third party MPs.
He's cut off.
Right. Hey, fuck you. All right. I only had like 10. So
10.
yeah, 10. Right. I collect third party MPs and a lot of third party stuff, but MPs are my favorite. My favorite altogether is, and this is why my T-shirt says, "When I party, I third party." All right. So I collect a lot of Fans toys. I love Fans toy stuff. I think they make excellent quality stuff. Got a buddy. I won't say his name, Sean. But he says, "Oh no, they're overpriced, blah blah blah." I'm like, "No, bullshit. I mean, they are pricey, but they're worth it. They got a lot of die-cast metal on them. The transformation is complex. A lot of stuff is hidden. They make them look just like the G1 cartoon. So I really do enjoy Fans toys. I'm like a Fans toys whore, if you will. But that's mainly what I collect. And so I'm pretty much up to date with all the stuff I want to collect. There's a few that are be coming out here in the next month or two that I'm going to be getting. I'm excited for the Titans Return line. and getting the Time Return Fort Max. I'm like uber excited. I'm like a little puppy that wants to pee all over the place. No offense. Oh no, she's outside. Our dog. We just got a brand new puppy. She's peeing all over the place.
Not we, them.
But yeah, us. Not these two.
I don't live
These
here
two.
at all.
So that's what I collect, Adam.
Well, like I said, I only collected G1s. Then I met this guy, and now I collect Chugs, masterpieces. Oh, funny story. So I collected almost all of the Fall of Cybertron line, completely boxed, mint and sealed boxed. I like the game. I don't care.
I like the game too.
So one day I'm on Craigslist and I see this really big Optimus Prime, and the guy's only asking $50 for it. I was like, hey, I got these figures. Would you be willing to trade? So I go meet the guy up. He does the trade with me. Turns out the figure is battle damaged MP01. So I had that on my own prior to ever meeting this guy. Met this guy and I was like, hey, I got this figure. He goes, damn, that's funny. Did you get it from this guy? I was like, yeah, I sure did. He goes, I sold it to that dude. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty funny that I bought a figure that he used to own from another guy.
Right.
So I third-partied it.
Yeah, he pretty much did.
But unlike him, I collect Chugs. I collect certain third parties, the ones that I prefer. I collect G1s, and I said that earlier. Masterpieces. This guy's drunk.
No,
yeah,
I'm
not.
Drunken Jack.
I'm not. No, I'm not,
He
Fiona.
said it.
Remember, he's only had 10.
I've only had 10, Fiona.
10.
You're supposed to be behind the camera, and you're on my side, not on his side. Come on.
Oh, and then let me see my favorite Sunstreaker over there.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite. It's a representation of Spin Out. I don't know how to transform this guy,
That's it.
but
Then you flip this down, and you pull the. Well, you got to pull the arms out. Like, pull both of them out, and then there you go.
I don't know why his head's tucked under like that, but all right.
I mean, you know. Hey,
So
that
what-
shit's better than Spin Out.
what
We'll
Jack
get into
doesn't
that.
know is
Fuck the GoBots. It's got a fucking Transformer Autobot symbol right there. It's not a GoBot.
hey, Transformers bought the GoBots.
Yeah, to
If
throw
it-
that shit in the trash.
If you go and look it up, there are GoBots that have Transformers.
Whatever, dude.
Don't
I
do
think
that.
we've made this run long enough.
Oh.
Anything else?
And me personally, I've started getting into customization of figures for myself personally. And another thing that I really enjoy to do is I like to pre-pro label my figures. So I like to buy stickers for my figures and put them on there. I didn't bring anything with me, or I didn't really bring anything with me to show off my stickers, but possibly in future reviews I will. But to end this out, like I said, here shortly, I'm going to go ahead and review Omnigonics Spin Out.
Omnigo next.
It's an okay figure.
It's a
for
shit figure.
for the price is right. It's
And
overpriced
once
right
he
now.
finishes reviewing that piece of shit over there, I'm going to review this mighty hunk of beauty right here. Fiona, can you get him in all his glory? Yes? Okay.
Kind of looks like Tarn's face right there.
So, this guy. Now, this is a pre-production sample that we were able to get
Whoa,
from...
let's save that for the review. They don't
I'm
need
like,
all
okay,
this.
all right, fine, whatever.
They don't need to know this.
We're
on
going to
our
review
intro.
this beautiful son of a bitch right here. This is a third-party figure. Scorponok, obviously, if you guys can tell. Beautiful piece of work here. We'll review that next. So, you're right, Adam. I don't want to give away the cookie. Give away the cookie? Where the fuck did that come from?
No. He's drunk.
Anyways, you guys, I know this video kind of ran long, but we just wanted to introduce ourselves. To kind of say who we are, what to expect. There'll be times where you see just me on the video. There'll be times where you'll see just him on the video. There may be times where you see both of us, depending on if Fiona wants to work the camera.
We call that tag team.
Tag team back again. Party on, like, I forgot that song.
Wow,
Whoop,
you don't know
there
what
it
it
is. Anyway, so yeah. So, anyways, that's it. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this stupid little attempt at comedy we tried. And please keep an eye on our next videos that will be coming out. I think one of the videos I'm gonna show my collection off. Not to like show it off like, ooh, look what I got, but just kind of show it. And if there's anything in there you want to see that you want me to review, please just let me know. I know a lot of the stuff that I have has already been reviewed, but hey, I can give my take on it and let you know what I think about it. So, anyways, I'm done talking. Adam, anything?
And like he was saying, I can always do the same thing with my collection. And we're both brutally honest when it comes to figures. If we don't like something, we'll tell you. We're not fanboys. If we think a figure sucks,
Except for fan toys, I'm a fan toys fanboy.
if we think figures suck, we'll mention it. 3 years. Fuck you.
Yeah. Another thing too, and I know I said I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna end this on this, okay? Unless you have anything else you want to say. No? Okay. I know a lot of reviewers are out there because they want to make money on YouTube, okay? I can give a fuck less about making money on YouTube. All I want to do is grab a figure and say, hey, look, check this out. This is what I like about it. This is what I don't like about it. If I'm you, do I spend my money on this? No. Why not? This is why not. If you want to spend your money on it, go ahead, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion about any kind of a figure. Okay? So that's what I'm here for.
I like to fiddle.
Yeah, he likes to sit here and fuck with my toys, and I don't transform my toys. But anyways, we'll get into that later. But like I said, we're not here to try and make a quick buck.
It comes in car mode. Doesn't transform them.
I bought that from a friend, and he was ready to have form, you fucker. Anyways, like I said, all we're doing out here
is in car mode.
Oh my god.
Explain.
Will you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to close this video out. Son of a bitch.
Put this little fucker together too.
I did not put him together. He came with the other fucker that I got from Lamont. Anyways, alright you guys. Thanks again. If you like our videos, please subscribe to us. And that's it. Thanks again.